Hello everyone, I'm Programmatic, and I'll be commentating this race between Flarebear and Fladervy. So as we saw with last race, Malay did manage to take quite a few points from Aurora Dash, which means unless Flarebear does pull off a decent run here, he might lose his number 8 spot. So we'll see how this run goes. It's definitely going to be a challenge given that this is against one of the top runners in the league. So as we did see with the last race, even a large gap between the runners doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to reflect in the race. A few smaller movement errors from both. Oh, and a lost dash from Flare is going to put Fladervy ahead now. Flare doing the corner boost there. A very slight fast shot. Neither runner gets that climb jump boost to let them dash to the right there. Alright, sight going pretty smoothly, Fladervy with a small movement there. But definitely still gonna retain his force. So Flare accidentally going into the wrong room, misdirecting a forward dash and having to take 2 transitions worth of time loss. That was a lot more of a substantial time loss than it may appear. Oh, and Flad gonna have to weave his way around battling a little after that mistake, but he's looking fine. Alright, so some trouble in a wake from Flare. Gonna give Fladervy a 10-second lead out of Old Sight. Ooh, and a corner from Flare just cost him all his speed in this room, and now He's gonna have to reset the cycle again after messing up the start of the strat. That cost him a lot of time. Another death from Flare. And another! This room doesn't usually give people this much trouble. He's somehow misdirecting the wave dash into a dash straight down, and he's hitting the fuzzies on the side of the wall. Ooh, Vlad! Oh wow, that was close. Misses the fast cycle in that room and comes up with a very interesting backup. And he does the demo hyper to up left strat, which is a very tight strat to do for that spike jump. Oh, and he misdirects the up dash after the spike jump. Definitely a lot harder to do after you miss it. Another death for Flare. He's having a lot of trouble in this resort. Another one! He's just having a lot of misdirected and mistimed dashes. I do know Flare has been playing less Celeste lately since he got his sub 30. He has been working mostly on his ahead in time runs. So it's not too surprising that he is a bit rusty here, but still he is having a lot. Flare! Misdirecting the same dash almost 4 times in a row. Okay, so I do expect him to take this checkpoint. Yeah, that's definitely a smart move. But let's see if he can get through this demo dash. He does get through it first try, thankfully. Gonna have to wait out Shiro. Oh, and then he catches up with him at the very end of the room. And also, I do apologize in advance if I miss anything important that happens on either side of the screen, because I am watching Flarebear SR and Fladervy at the same time. So I'm trying my best to pay attention and see if anything interesting happens on Fladervy's side of the screen, though. Alright, Flare's ridge is going a little more smoothly than his resort, but he's definitely had quite a few movement mistakes. Meanwhile, Fladervy is already out of ridge with a 2:37, a very impressive time. Going for the bubble skip here. Accidentally falls into that bubble, so he could have saved that, but misses directs the dash twice out of the bubble. 3 times! Alright, Player's not gonna opt for the Ultra Strat here. Dying to that would cost him a lot of time, so it's understandable he'll play this safe. It's not too big of a time save, only about half a second to go for that Ultra. Fladervy having a little bit of trouble in 5A, but he should still be able to get out of it with a decent time. Oh, Flad misses the block, but he has an extra dash to make his way around. Misses Bub's drop once, but he has plenty of room to spare. Gonna take a short break though after missing Bub's drop once. Alright, Fladervy making his way to his second Bub's drop attempt. Oh, alright, once again, he has an extra dash. And he misses Bub's drop a second. Alright, he's gonna get right back to it now. Flarebear not even attempting the depth. I think this might be the first time we've... Alright, Fladervy meanwhile gets the buzz drop on his third try. Still has a very player does miss the... Oh no! Block disappears before he gets the chance to hyper. And misses the cycle once again. Meanwhile, my monitor has disconnected for like the 5th time. Don't know why I've been having this issue. So, let me know if anything exciting happens within the next half a minute or so. Maybe I'll just my laptop soon for now. Oh wait, no, I'm back. It's back. Alright, so I did miss the part where Flarebear did buzz drop. Hopefully he did get a first try. Still having trouble in this falling room though. If he doesn't quite get that wall boost on the version of the strat. Vlad with a very, very low Ruxton. He does manage to let the Seeker back into the switch though. Oh, he can save this. Very well done. And the Seeker sends him in the wrong direction there. I think he might have gotten the wrong height out of the Seeker bot. And drops down a little too late. Honestly, timing this drop is the hardest part of that strat. And then he wall jumps after bonking the Seeker. Doesn't have quite enough room in the corner jump at the end. Flare starting Reflection while Fladervy is already partway into the battle and fight. Fladervy, almost nailing his signature double ultra strat. Doesn't quite get the corner boost at the end. Flare going for the bumper double hit in that room. Other chapters aside, this reflection's actually been going pretty smoothly for Flare. Oh, and Fladervy dies at the end of the battling room. But before that death, I think Vlad may have been on 27 pace. Probably not. But definitely at least a sub 2830. Now I'm not entirely certain if that's the case. Yeah, Fladervy would need an exceptional summit in order to 28-2, but he can still definitely 28. Alright, Fladervy now starts summit as Fladervy makes his way towards the battle and fight. Alright. And does that room a little too quickly and hits the fireballs at the end. Oh, Flare. She's downright a little bit too late. Oh, this is a... yeah, you have to retry there. Alright. There with the auto score skip. Nails it. Now he just has to get this corner jump out of the room, no problem. Alright, so due to the break that Fladervy took after his first missed judge drop, there is a pretty substantial time desync here. But if it's still possible, could we get a sync? So given that Flare does have quite a long way to go, I'm not sure if it would fit the GSA schedule to pause the timer for this long. So Flare needs to at least come within 5 minutes of last time in order to take any bonus points. Which at this point is questionable if he's going to be able to do so. Oh. Not sure what just happened. Oh, looks like the timers were adjusted. Looks like we are getting a desync or a resync, which means we just sent Flare way back in time. So suppose we'll get to see him play for a little bit longer. Alright, well, while we're playing back most of Flay's Summit, I'll definitely keep an eye on what happens with Flad. Some movement there is, so the Summit is looking to be pretty good. but it doesn't look like he's going to quite get 28 3x. Looking like about a 28-45. All goes well. Kid Venison, you'd be surprised how accessible this run is. Like, you don't need to play at nearly the execution Fladervy is displaying here in order to get decent times. Like, this game, while it does have a large learning curve, it also has very few barriers to entry. So you can start learning with little to no trouble at all, and just gradually improve. There's nothing super demanding in this run that you have to do, and that's what really helps. Fladervy making multiple attempts to dash jump into the house, but doesn't quite. So yeah, only 8 deaths, but there are some pretty big deaths in that run, so not the best run on his side, but definitely an excellent run. Flare having trouble with this death cycle here. Looks like he's got it this time. So yeah, now that Fladervy's run is finished, you can all be watching Flarebear SR on this side. Quite a way to go. Okay, recovers that nicely. I believe it is a 27-31, yeah, by TTH. That is a very debatable question, freshman. Of the major tricks, probably the tightest, like the one that you have the smallest window to execute, would be Bubs. But Bubs Drop is also just a single button press, so not a lot of people. So only some people have a ton of trouble with it. Again, it's a strat that you don't have to do if you're a new runner, though. So. Well, you can buffer half of it. The other half you have to. I wouldn't say auto-scroller skip is the hardest strat either. There are some incredibly tight strats that a few runners go for. But of the major skips and strats in this run, none of them are incredibly different. The hardest screen is whichever one you die to the most. And if there's any screen that you really struggle with, you can always look for safer approaches to play more consistently. Oh, alright, it's fine. Player playing this room a little bit safe. So yeah, at this point it's looking like Flare isn't going to be able to take any bonus points from this run. The best you can pull out at this rate is probably about a 35-50. Gonna go back for that swing to get a stand back. Trying to get this diagonal, but it's pretty tight. That crystal, okay, that crystal is still under the camera. Sometimes if you go too high in this room, the crystal passes under the death barrier, and you have to retry. All right, so now that this run is finished, we're going to have a short break before we move on to, I believe, and judging by the chat, we're going to have Fish McMuffins, aka Archie Boy versus Chai Kitty. So yeah,